Hey everyone, it's John again. I'm going to play Immaculate Grid. I'm going to try to come up with two sets of 9 names each on a timed and rarity round. Men who have accomplished great things athletically playing Major League Baseball. I'm also rocking a 2006 state cross country sweatshirt, which is when I peaked athletically, 18 years ago. But let's rock it. Let's get into it. I'm going to start sharing my screen. And I'm gonna pound refresh and go. And nothing too crazy about yesterday's game. It was second base, 30 home runs. We got Reggie Sanders and Ron Gant. I think Ron Gant was on the other one, but let's play. Let's do it. Refresh, play, and away we go. Ooh, I'm already let's go. Palmero, first baseman in the Negro Leagues. That's gonna be my challenge here. At Giambi, Chavez. Guess we'll just get Ripken. Closed out his career at third base. Let's go Swisher. And let's go Frank Robinson. Let's go Oscar Charleston. Um, Judy Johnson, right? He was a third baseman, pretty sure. Yep. Ooh. Yeah, first base, I kind of glossed over. Who played? I'm already over. Well, I mean, Jackie Robinson started as a first baseman with the Dodgers. He was a shortstop in the Negro Leagues, but he will definitely work. Okay. So that took me a little bit. I was trying to think of great Negro League first baseman. It seems like I should know some. Heavy Johnson just seems like the name of a man. He hit like 430 in back-to-back years or something like that in the 20s. Seems like a man who would play first base, but I'm thinking of some of like the bigger names, and they played um um, mostly outfield, and Josh Gibson was a catcher, a little bit of infield, but not for whatever reason I'm blanking on first baseman. I don't know if I'm going to be able to come up with someone. Man, third base. I gotta study the Negro Leagues more. They're the major leagues. And it's a fascinating history. So anyway, I'm gonna that's still got them all. I got a couple 3%ers. It's not bad. I'm gonna stop share and I'm gonna reshare and hit refresh. And they specify major Negro leagues, which means Henry Aaron isn't going to work. He played for the Indianapolis Clowns before joining the Atlanta Braves, but that didn't count because I was hoping it's like, oh man, they're doing this. I hope Henry Aaron had 8 home runs or 9 home runs. No, 8 home runs with the or whatever with the Indianapolis Clowns, and then he would be the all-time home run leader again. But turns out that league doesn't actually count, so not for not for these purposes. I think any league with Henry Aaron in it would automatically count though. Let's see here. So trying to come up with some people. Carl Reynolds played the outfield. I know he played for the or rather the Browns. That's a nice low number. Um, let's see. Who's a good rare first baseman? Um, Will Clark briefly. I mean, the ones you don't want to do, maybe Gentile, Jim Gentile. Um, let's see. Who Mickey Vernon, did he play? He played for the Senators mainly, right? Now I'm blanking on that. I should not be blanking on that. I should know Mickey Vernon. He had a great reputation as a defensive first baseman. Um, I'm just blanking on which team he played for. Let's see. Where else can we go? Outfield for the A's. Get Roger Maris. That'd be an interesting little pick there. Um, maybe Jermaine Dye, Jose Guillen. Jose Guillen would be an interesting pick. See how Jose Guillen does. All right, still well less than 1%. Let's see here. A's third baseman, Home Run Baker was a third baseman, arguably the best third baseman of the first half of the 20th century. I'm not sure if it makes sense to play him there. Keith Ginter played a little third base. I don't know if he played it for the A's. Sal Bando, future general manager of the Milwaukee Brewers, was a third baseman. Arguably a Hall of Famer, or borderline Hall of Fame talent. Scott Brocious, of course. Giambi would work. Giambi stars at third baseman. Actually, right there on my screen. There's no way you can see it in this view, but that's Giambi playing third base with Greg Vaughn uh, hitting a grounder in his general direction. McGuire's played first at that point. 1996, McGuire played first. Giambi played a little third and a little left field. He was kind of in a weird platoon situation that season. Because he was also Brocious was also on the team playing third base. So anyway, I've spooled myself up with enough third basemen. What about the Orioles? I mean, I've got basically Brooks Robinson and probably some people before Cal Ripken Jr. moves over from shortstop. Melvin Mora, um, Manny Machado, and there's so many gaps in between all those names. I'm gonna take a little risk. I'm gonna try because I know he was an Oriole and I know he played a lot of third base. I just don't know if he did it with the Orioles. I'm gonna go with one of my favorite all-time players, Bill Hall. Darn. It was worth it to try for Bill Hall. It was worth it to try for Bill Hall. I love Bill Hall. All right. I guess I've already it's pretty early to wreck your rarity score. Gentile takes 1%. Um let's see. You get Guire and Giambi and then Hatterberg. That's a pretty good consecutive grouping of first basemen from about 87 to '06 or so. It's about 20 years. Matt Alonso, um, Olson. Yeah. Who or Jimmy Fox? Jimmy Fox was the first baseman in 30s. I was about to ask, like, who's the first baseman? Yeah, like, duh, the best first, one of the best first basemen ever. What about Norm Seaburn? Okay, takes 0.1, rocking that Kansas City A's hat. Oh, I don't know how popular Home Run Baker is. 1%. All right, let's see here. Let's see if my hypothesis is right. I didn't actually look up. I know Heavy Johnson's batting average for a couple seasons, or his approximate batting average. I'm just taking conjecture that a man named Heavy would play first base. Right? Just a little bit? All right, nice. Um, Jackie Robinson would also work there, but we've already played him. Um, ooh, Ernie Banks would have worked. What about Jim Gilliam? He was a second baseman. I'm a conjecture that he also played a little third. 2%. And then let's just go with Bullet when he wasn't pitching. All right, so I had a 4 besides my effort on Bill Hall. That's all right. I figured Bill Hall was only briefly an Oriole, so oh man, even less than I thought. I didn't realize he played 7 games with the Orioles. I knew he played there. I didn't know it was so few games. He played the outfield. Bill Hall played center field in the 2007 season, coming off a great 2006 season where he played shortstop. This is when JJ Hardy got injured. Um, he was subsequently moved to center field when JJ Hardy came back. Brewers didn't really have a center fielder at that point in time, so he filled in. And then Brewers acquired Mike Cameron. Uh, Ryan Braun was moved the heck off of third base because he was horrible, and Bill Hall was moved out to third base. And he really like his performance declined, and I couldn't help but think that it was because he kept getting yanked around, like changing positions all the time. Um, but he always did what was best for the team, and I really appreciated that for him. So that's why I played Bill Hall, even though it was a low probability guess. But he did play some third base. Anyway, thanks a lot for playing. I'll take this L for Bill Hall, and you all have a great rest of your night. Peace.